Okay, so this video is going to show you how to use Google Calendar and how to set it up with your classroom. So if you're on the Google homepage, go ahead and click on the waffle here to the right and click on Calendar. Okay, so I am logged into my KIPP Texas email account. So if you're not logged into your KIPP Texas account, go ahead and log in now. So you'll see here that I have Miss Ernest's office hours here and here, but obviously I don't. But this is from in the spring. So when you are setting up your calendar, you're going to set it up based on your office hours. And if I were you, I would set it up based on my classes. That way it makes it easier for you. Once we get schedules, this is something that you'll do later, of course. So go ahead and click on the plus button here in the top left-hand corner and go ahead and click on more options. I just like to see it in more options view. It makes it easier for me. So one thing that I know that I will have is advisory every morning. So I'm going to go ahead and type morning advisory. And this will actually be, it's going to start on August 24th, and it's going to be from 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Okay, and when it says does not repeat, you're going to go ahead and click that because it's actually going to be Monday through Friday. So I would go ahead and click custom and write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, and then ends, you could put never, but we know that school is going to end in May, so I'm going to say ends on, and just to protect myself, I guess I'll say end on June 7th. Done. All right, so location, well, I'm just going to say Google Classroom. That way students know, because my students will also get an invite for this. Or actually, I'm going to say Google Meet. And then I will also add a Google Meet video conferencing here. And so this right here is going to be the link that I will share with my students. I'm going to go ahead and add a notification. I'll add a notification 15 minutes before, and that will come to me and to my students who get this. So this right here shows who you want to send, who you want to share this with, right? So this is going to be from my morning advisory. So I have all of my classes here. This, of course, will change just because once we get our schedule, we'll have different classes here. But this will be for my morning advisory class. Okay, and I'm just going to change this to yellow just because it's bright and early and I want them, you know, little stuff like that matters. I'm going to go ahead and put on my calendar that I am busy at this time. That way, if someone else needs to come on my calendar, or if I'm creating a schedule, I know that I can't schedule anything for this time here because I am in class. All right, so I'm going to say this time frame is for morning advisory. A little smiley face just because. All right, so that's that there. When it says guest, I guess you can add whoever you want on here. I think for me, because I'm English, I will go ahead and add in Miss Pinkard. I will also add in Miss Sellers for GLC purposes. So Kenya and Sellers. All right, and so this is just for them to see when I'm busy, if they need me for anything, or if we have meetings, they'll know that, well, she's an advisory. And then once I am done, I will go ahead and click save. It says, would you like to send invitation emails to Google Calendar guests? So just for right now, because I'm just using this for the video, I'm going to say don't send. However, for you, when we actually start creating our calendars for the things that they need us to create, I would go ahead and press send, because not only will it update in your calendar, but it will update in their calendar as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click don't send. But anyway, you'll see here that if I go to that week in August, it's going to already pop up here, morning advisory every day. And if I go to the next week, it's going to be there as well, and the next week, and so on and so forth. So another thing that I know will happen is that on 7th period for English, we will have content time. Okay, so 7th period will fall on B days, and so I will go ahead and click on the plus sign, and I'm going to say content time. And I know that this will happen during 7th period. So the first day will be August 25th. That's going to be a B day. And so you can go ahead and click repeat and click custom. With this here, you would need to know when B days fall on. And so that would take you, I think, like mapping out your calendar to say, okay, it's going to fall on a Tuesday, and then it will fall again on a Wednesday, and then this will be an A day, B, so then it'll fall again on a Monday. And so you have to be very strategic about this whenever you're planning. For right now though, I would just leave it at like do 1 week at a time. All right, and then let me click on more options. Add location. This will probably be a Zoom meeting. And this right here is really just for you. I wouldn't add any guests. I would just leave this in here for you so that you know that you're meeting with, and I'm just going to put my name here so that it goes only to me. I'm going to say red because I know that CTT time is very important and I need to be there. Content team planning. All right, so yep, that looks good. I'm going to click save, and then of course it's going to automatically pop up here. And then if I want to, I can go back in and edit it just in case for whatever reason it changes. Whenever we get our class schedule, depending on what time you're off for your planning period, you want to put that in there too. So I'm just going to give you an example of what that will look like. More options. I'm going to say planning period. And then of course this will be, you're going to go ahead and do a custom time for this as well, because let's say your planning period is first period, well that falls on an A day. So that means that you'll have a planning period on every A day at first period. That means on B day, first period is technically 5th period, so you will be in class. And so you would just say time to plan. Awesome lessons. All right, and then you can add a guest. So for me, my coach is Kenya. I would probably add her there just in case we need to have a data meeting or go over anything in particular. And then of course, change your notification time to 15 minutes before. And you can add more notifications if you want. And then save. And then of course, it will pop up wherever you need it. Oh, my bad. It's not going to be 2 to 3. It'll be 8:40 to whenever first period ends. So this is just a quick way to set up your calendar. As mentioned in the slide, anything that you put here will not pop up in Google Classroom, okay? And the reason why it doesn't is because this is really your personal calendar for work. And so if I wanted to say, meet with Jessica's mother, if once I add this on there, and I'm gonna say, let's say the 28th, 9:30 a.m. save. This right here will be just for me to know, and I can share with maybe my AP and other teachers if we need to meet with someone's parent, but it won't show up to the kids in the classroom calendar. Okay, so let me show you very quickly what the classroom calendar will look like. So I'm going to go quickly to the classroom. And so I'm going to click on my Comp 1 class. If I look at classwork, I can look at my Google Calendar here. So obviously there's nothing here but office hours, which office hours would be here because I posted this specifically for my students to see. But if I go back to August, I'm sorry, let's say April. So these were office hours within the classroom, and this is what the students would see, right? The students would also see on their calendar, let me go back here. I can look at the calendar here and go back to May. Let me see, April. Okay, so all these here are assignments that I posted. When I post assignments on the Google Classroom, and when I post a due date, it will automatically show up here. So this is what shows up in the calendar. And this is where I can't add anything here. The only thing that I can add here is the only way that I can add here is if I go back to the classroom and added an assignment. And I'm not going to do that now because then all of those students who are in this class will get that notification, and I don't want that to happen. So this is just for your students. So anytime that for your students as well, when they click on their calendar, they can go to all their classes or just click one specifically. And when they click on it, all their assignments will pop up. They can click on it and it'll take them right to that assignment. So Google Calendar is pretty easy to use. If you have any questions or you would like more assistance on getting Google Classroom ready for the school year, I will definitely be available to help you out. Make sure you fill out the survey at the end, or you can email me or just text me if you have my number for a time to get together virtually to get this calendar together.